An American astrophysicist, author, and a science communicator, Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson has made some revelations about the future of Africa. I want us to watch this video. I will be back.
This is going to be mostly for an African audience, right?
Right.
So do you believe that Africans can become more prosperous in this century?
Oh, but definitely. When I look over the history of, before 1910, the United States was kind of a backwoods farmland country. We had a couple of big cities, but they were kind of smelly and dirty, and they were not very sophisticated, not like London or Paris, for example. And the country was built within a century to become a leader in the world in science and technology, because there was values placed on research and engineering and math, the STEM fields. Okay, so and that happened within a century. Before then, Europe basically led the world. All right, they embraced science and technology early. All right, the Industrial Revolution hit them first, and that fueled their power over the rest of the world. Okay, a lot of it was worked towards health and security and wealth, but the rest was like hegemony. Okay, that's how they chose to use their power of influence and wealth. You go back 1,000 years, the golden age of Islam out of Baghdad, with major advances in science and engineering and astronomy and medicine. 2/3 of all, and navigation, 2/3 of all stars in the night sky that have names have Arabic names, traceable from that period. You go back thousands of years before that, you have Egypt as one of the greatest cultures civilizations has ever seen. The pyramids were the tallest structures, stable structures, to exist in this world until the Eiffel Tower. Okay? So, all I'm declaring here is no one country, no one region has eternal rights to leading the world. It's a combination of how enlightened is your leadership, what are the motivations for doing so, and they can easily happen within a century. Africa, with the resources that are built in just to the land and the people and the diversity, I don't see why Africa wouldn't lead the world for millennia to come. And so, yeah. And with the United States just looking from the sidelines, that's my read of history tells me nothing in principle will prevent that. Look what China did. It wasn't many decades ago before, the stereotype of the Chinese peasant working in the field, that was kind of true. Okay, China decided we're going to redouble our interest in science and technology and engineering and math, and they sent their people abroad to get educated. Initially, they would stay. Then they came back. Now they educate their own people. Okay, they don't have to learn their science and engineering in other countries. They do it in-house in the country. China says we're going to put a person in orbit. Bada bing. They put a person in orbit. We're going to build a space station. Bada bing. So we're going to put people on the moon. That spooked us. We haven't been on the moon in 50 years. And all of a sudden, hey, let's put people on the moon. It's kind of the right time. Well, why is it the right? Oh, China is doing it. All right. So we're seeing a shift in science and technology to China. And so I don't see why things can't shift to Africa.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
Even. Okay.
It's overdue. Thank you so much.
That was an interesting take from Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. We nearly share the same name. I'm deGraft and he's deGrasse. It's an interesting conversation between him and the lady whom I don't know the name yet. Yes, Africa can become the future of the world. We have been saying this on this platform that things are shifting. The world is shifting. Just that at the moment, most Africans are now liberating ourselves, and that is the most important things. We are now uncovering some truths. We are now being able to come to terms with the reality. A lot of things has happened, and we have dealt with corrupt leaders who are puppets, but as it stands now, things are changing in the continent. The youth are waking up. People have started being bold. People have been braved, and people now has the power through social media to also educate our people about the truth. So there is an awakening in this continent. The continent is waking up, and many people have started coming to terms with the reality. People now has understood the world politics and how Africa has been lied to all this while. Now, we are in an era of denial, like many Africans are running away to European countries to, they have realized, no, our leaders are not helping us, and they have started running away, which is leading to majority of Africans educating themselves outside the continent. Majority have run away to European countries to educate themselves. Majority are in US to educate themselves, especially Canada, Austria, and Australia. Majority are educating themselves, which I know soon majority will come into terms with the reality, and they will start returning into the continent to make sure they help build this continent. Because as it stands now, we have enough resources when it comes to natural resources, which if you are well educated and you know the importance, or the how should I put it, the manner these resources we have can generate money and be of use to technology, we will make use of it instead of just sending all our resources to the Western countries. So, as the man said, Africa, there's no way Africa won't come to terms with the reality and strive hard to develop. It is shifts. It shifted from Europe to US. Now it's in Asia. So we are keeping our fingers crossed that few years to come, we will see Africa developing. And it's going to shock the world. A lot of people don't believe in us. A lot of people think we are just been talking. We are just been complaining without any action. But as it stands now, we are just liberating ourselves from mental slavery. And I know a few years to come, we are going to wake up and show the world, here, we can also do it. Please, you can go through my description box and click on the Telegram link and join us on Telegram as we discuss about the well-being of Africa. If today is also your first time coming to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so that anytime I upload any great content, you will be notified. I'm always your guy, De-Graft Amoako. Thanks for watching.